Hi everybody, martial arts guy here. It's Halloween time, my favorite time of the year. And one movie I love to watch more than anything around this time of the year is the Ghostbusters movies. Now, to coincide with my whole horror themed martial arts movies to go with Halloween, I decided to find a Chinese ghost story. When I first heard of this film, I thought I would be getting something along the lines of Evil Dead 2, sort of a campy, imaginative, fun horror movie. Boy, was I mistaken. So strap in, folks. For a movie produced by Troy Hark, the man behind some of Jet Li's classics, like the Once Upon a Time in China trilogy. And let's watch the movie.
Our movie opens up with a man taking shelter for the night in an abandoned temple, reading the words of Confucius. When a beautiful woman appears out of nowhere, and the man does not question this one bit. So she starts taking his clothes off, so yep, he's definitely a virgin. They get at it when all of a sudden, we then meet a scholar on his way to the nearest town to get out of the rain. And when he sees a man chase a group of men, he decides to, well, run and hide.
Yes, folks, this wandering scholar is our protagonist. I'll get into more rant later, but just want to let you know, this guy, he can't fight. He contributes little to nothing, and I just don't like him. So I'll do my best to not hold it against him.
With little to no money, he has nowhere else to go. He finds out that a place for him to stay is the abandoned temple on top of the hill, where no one has ever returned. When he arrives at the temple, he finds that he is not exactly alone. He finds out that the two men, the first man being the man he met earlier on the road, and the other man is a Taoist exorcist. Both have been fighting each other for a long time because they are rivals. Both men decide to stop fighting, and the exorcist tells the scholar to go home and never return. Later that night, the swordsman stumbles across a beautiful stranger and a deadly fate.
Okay, one of the best things I like about this movie is the special effects. They are awesome.
The exorcist comes to see that the swordsman's body has decomposed, and goes to bury him, only to find that he is mostly dead, not all dead.
Alright, we've met our other lead character, a badass Taoist exorcist that can exorcise ghosts. Why can't the movie be about him?
Later that night, the scholar hears music and decides to follow the music. The music leads him to the ghost from earlier, and he is drawn like a moth to the flame. But before she can kill him like she's killed the other men, the Taoist exorcist comes in. And with him coming, she leaves, and the scholar is left alone. He finds the ghost yet again, and he starts to feel something for her, and she for him.
Okay, folks, yeah, that's pretty much the plot of this movie. A guy falls in love with a ghost. Okay, I know what you're all thinking. No, actually I don't. I know what I was thinking. When I saw this film, I thought I was getting something along the lines of Ghostbusters, or Evil Dead 2. Not Nicholas Sparks' Ghost.
When morning comes, she is gone, with a note to say never to look for her. When he goes back to the temple to do some writing, he loses his ink, and goes downstairs to investigate, only to discover that there are zombies around, and he's not paying attention to them one bit.
Okay. Time out here. Why did they explode in sunlight? I mean, I'm no expert here, but if I remember from Ghostbusters, they fought ghosts in the daytime too.
The next night, the scholar goes in search for the woman, hoping to find her and see her again. He finds the woman, but it's short-lived. She must hide him real quick before her master arrives. We learn that the ghost is being used by an evil spirit to do its bidding so that the spirit can grow stronger from every soul it takes, and that if she ever defies her master, she will be punished severely for what she does. We also learn that in 3 days she will be the bride to a demon, unless her spirit is removed from the temple. Later that night, she tells the scholar to leave for his safety, or else he meet the same fate as others have. As dawn breaks, he is met by the exorcist, and he discovers that the woman he loves is a ghost. That night, he is visited by the ghost. At first frightened, he discovers that she is a good spirit and wants to rest. They learn that they have to take her remains from the burial ground and bring them back to her hometown so that she may rest in peace. But the evil spirits won't let them leave, so now they have to fight their way out.
Wow, my sex ed teacher was right. French kissing really will kill you.
With the evil spirit placated, the Taoist and the scholar decide to work together in order to help the ghost rest in peace. They take her remains and ride off, hoping that the dark spirits won't follow them. They make it to an inn by nightfall, thinking that they are safe from the evil spirits, and all is set well. But the demon has come for them, and he wants his bride more than anything. They decide to take a page out of Dante's Inferno, and decide to rescue her.
Okay, that ending fight scene was awesome! But why couldn't the rest of the movie be like this?
So after they defeat the demon, they return back, safe and sound. The Taoist and the scholar bring the ghost to its resting place, and she is now free forever.
Okay, so that was a Chinese ghost story. What did I think of the film? Well, I'd say it wasn't that bad. It was actually pretty enjoyable at times. I wasn't a big fan of the love story. I thought I was like I said, something like Ghostbusters. But all in all, I'd say this was a pretty okay film. You know, the story was good. The action was good. I just wish there was more of it. But what I can say was one of the highlights of this movie is easily the effects. The effects feel similar to the Evil Dead trilogy. And that had the most amazing practical effects ever. So I also want to say that if you want to watch this movie for Halloween, I can recommend this. It wasn't really my cup of tea too much, but I think it might be yours. You never know. As for me, I could also recommend movies like Human Lanterns, Bat Without Wings, Mr. Vampire, Spooky Encounters, Samurai Resurrection. The list goes on. I'll find more as time goes on. So I just want to wish you all a safe and happy Halloween. I'm the martial arts guy, and I gotta go to class.
If there's something